Nimbus. Do I come say hi? Good girl. Good job. You're so smart. You're smart. Want to say hi? Oh, Charlie's coming too. It's a kitty party. Hey, YouTube world. So it's Curly Roo, naturally. Oh, Jesus. Cats doing crazy cat things. Do you guys like the new intro? Cause I think I like it. Okay, let me stop. So this is super long overdue, and I'm so sorry to everyone that's been asking me questions about this video, because every time they ask me about this video, I always give them the updated care routine that I do, and I'm always strongly advocating that versus the video I made, which sounds bad, but everyone's different. So that's why I kept that video up, because that might still work for someone. It just did not work for me after a while. So as you guys can tell, I have my septum pierced and I have my nostril pierced. I think when I first made this video, I had only my nostril pierced and I didn't have my septum pierced. Some short facts. I've had my septum pierced for about over a year now. Sorry, my cat's trying to open closets. And my nostril. That is a story that I will share with you all. Literally, the day after I posted that video, I got a bump on my nose. Like a bump right by pretty much the piercing hole. Or the piercing, because piercing is a hole. I tried everything under the sun to get that thing to go away. I tried sea salt soaks more often. I tried warm sea salt soaks. I tried hot sea salt compress, like just literally getting some hot sea salt water, putting it on a towel and pressing it down. I tried aspirin pastes, getting Advil, crushing it up into a paste and putting it on, leaving it on overnight. I tried tea tree oil, which was a mistake. That just made it irritated, and eventually it became infected. That is definitely coupled with the fact that my lifestyle, like my life, I want to be a veterinarian, so I'm constantly like at the animal shelter doing things. I'm teaching a class, or I'm cleaning up poop, or I'm medicating cats. And I have 2 cats. So cats are literally just big bags of bacteria. You know, they're so cute and they're so sweet. So I had an infection. I went to the doctor, they gave me some drugs, some antibiotics. That cleared the infection up. I still had the bump though. The only way the bump went away is when I took the piercing out, or took the jewelry out, excuse me. And then eventually the bump healed itself and just turned into a very small freckle. So I waited a lengthy amount of time before I got it re-pierced. So the second time I got it pierced with a hoop, not knowing this was a big no-no. Here's my first big tip. If there are any 3 takeaways you get from this video, here's number 1. When you get at least a nostril piercing, get a stud. The reason why I say don't get a hoop is because while it's healing, it's gonna constantly rotate. You're also cycling in bacteria on the outside of your little nostril jewelry back into your fresh, healing, open wound, which can result in infection. Yeah, so the second time I got the bump again, and it was really quick. And I took it out, because I was like, okay, I have this bump again. The only way this bump's gonna go away is if I just leave that area alone and it has nothing, just kind of, ooh, hello. So I took the hoop out, took the piercing out, lo and behold again, it healed up and completely closed, and I was left with a very tiny little freckle. Like, literally, like one of these guys right on my nose. I don't know why I've been watching too much Metal Apocalypse to me. It's like, you know what, maybe I'm just not meant to have a nose piercing, because this unsightly bump, like literally, it was a pretty good sized bump too. Like if you were 2 or 3 feet away from me, you could tell I have a pretty large bump on my nose. The third time I got my nose pierced, because I'm crazy, I go to another piercer. I go to a completely different shop in my town. That shop is bomb AF. And I miss you guys, and I'm sorry. I used to work there for a bit, but couldn't handle it with grad school, and I got depressed, and then all my life just exploded. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm really sorry. Disclaimer, I'm not a piercer, I'm not a piercing professional. So, second tip I want to leave you with, get a nice grade of jewelry. Get good quality jewelry. The first 2 places I went to, I don't know what it was. I think it was just plain old metal. But this is the holy grail I'm about to share with you. Because if you think about it, which I should have thought about it, should have done thought about it. It's okay. Everyone's human. I'm human. You're human. We're human. Welcome to humanity. We have gift bags and chips. I'm just kidding. So I don't use sea salt soaks anymore because if you think about it, it is virtually impossible to create a sterile batch of just saline solution at home. Unless you completely like use a disinfectant to like wipe down the area where you're making the sea salt solution, just because microorganisms are guaranteed to be growing on that surface. Put on gloves. You somehow did this in a giant bubble boy. It's basically impossible to make a sterile saline solution, which means you're always going to have an unsterile saline solution that you're always going to put on a fresh healing piercing. So I went to the dark side. Saline solutions! This is my secret. Neomed wound wash. Wound wash. I have 2 big ones that are basically empty, but I'm using the last of. I have a little one for travel, which is basically empty. So you guys can actually see what it looks like. Come on, zoom in. Nice. Key and peel for you. Think about it. It's made in a factory. It is 100% sterile. It is in a can. It's a sterile solution made in a sterile environment in a can. Every time you use it. Every time you use it. I still have a very slight bump on my nose that'll zoom in. Oh God, I have so much acne. Don't judge me, that's why I wear makeup. And some facial hair, I guess. Whatever, I'm human. So I have a slight bump on my nose, but the first and second time I had this bump, it was much bigger. Literally, it looked, wish I had an example, ironically. It was much, much, much bigger than that. Is that hypertrophic scarring still? Most likely yes, but it's much more flatter now and it's much more bearable. I can actually put makeup on it and conceal it and it doesn't even look like anything. Or it could be the fact that I have extremely large pores on my nose. That again is also why I wear makeup. Oh yeah, zoom into my imperfections, I don't care. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm not gonna apologize for the fact that my face has been beaten to the goods, just because, yeah, I don't wear makeup all the time. So I'm just being real with you guys. We're just having a conversation with my regular goofy self. So yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. I'm sorry, so sorry that it's so long overdue. But for everyone asking me questions, I hope this was helpful and relevant. In regards to if you do sea salt soaks or you want to do sea salt soaks, where do you get the salt? Where do you get the distilled water? Just at a grocery store. For sterile saline solutions, you can go to a piercing shop, H2 Ocean, Neomed, or you can go to CVS and just get a sterile saline, which is in the first aid aisle. That's really it. Check it out. Beastie Boys. Alright guys, I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna stop blabbing. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Goodbye. Sorry, that was creepy. Bye.